The meeting of today on agenda, we do have deliberation of vote 2, Western Cape Provincial Parliament in the schedule to the Western Cape Adjustment Appropriation Bill 2022 B3 of 2022. And my name is Matlodi Maseko. And I am with the members here, and I would love to welcome the officials of the Parliament of Western Cape Provincial Parliament, and also the Secretary, which I believe he might be online or he's still coming. But in the meantime, also welcome the Deputy Speaker.
Good morning, Chair.
Good morning. I don't see any member that is online. If there's any member online, you'll just have to indicate later. Let me start by, for record purpose, allowing the members to introduce themselves. Over to you, members.
Good afternoon, or my apologies, good morning. So, Dan Plato, member of the committee, thank you.
Good morning. I was about to follow Member Plato and saying good afternoon because it feels like afternoon because we've been running between meetings. Good morning, everybody. My name is Gillian Postman. I'm a member of the committee.
Thank you very much. I don't see any other member online, so that means there are 3 of us. If there's any other member that can join later, I will inform the House. And with that being said, I'm going to, and there's no any apology, wasn't it? Did you receive any apology? Okay. There's no any other apology that we received. So, and there's no members of the public? Okay. Okay. I'm going to give over to the Deputy Speaker for the introductory remarks.
Thank you very much, Chair. Good morning, everybody. Apologies that I've not been able to be in-house. Can I just check that I'm audible? Chair, can you hear me?
Deputy Speaker, we can hear you. You can go on.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Just wanted to check that I was audible. Thank you very much. Today, obviously, we are here for the adjusted budgets. I think it doesn't. We don't need too much of an introduction here, but we have come back to the end of the term. Our officials have been working very hard this year to ensure that Parliament runs smoothly. And Chair, I'm going to, for the sake of time, hand over directly. I'm not sure if the Secretary is in the House as yet. If not, may I ask that our CFO or our next member just introduces the team while the Secretary attends as soon as he's able to.
Thank you very much, CFO.
Thank you, Chair. I'll allow everyone to introduce themselves. I'm Nicole Peterson, CFO.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I'm Sunal Foucher, Public Engagement.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I'm Zinzinigelo, Manager, Financial Compliance and Internal Control.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Carolyn Prakasam, and I'm the Manager, People Management.
Morning, Chair. Kobe Skricker, Manager, ICT, and we have an apology for Mr. Doman. Oh, not Mr. Doman, sorry, Mr. Babu, that can't attend due to an emergency.
Good morning, Chair. Usman Alexander, Manager Supply Chain and Asset Management.
Good morning, Chair. Lubabalo Stemele, Director, Parliamentary Support Services. Also wish to tender the apology for Ms. Nduneni. She's attending school-related matters.
Morning, Chair. Yanni Ace, Speaker's Office.
Good morning, Chair. Andre Leroux, Senior Legal Advisor.
Morning, Chair. Craig Mathieu, Directorate Strategy and Institutional Oversight. Sorry.
Morning, Chair. Margot Goldstein, Director, Strategy and Institutional Oversight.
Good morning, Chair. I'm Sisonge Mlamla, Speaker's Office.
Morning, Chair. I'm Wanda, and Speaker's Office.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Chairperson. Romeo Adams, Secretary to the Western Cape Provincial Parliament.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. I am the Speaker of the Western Cape Provincial Parliament, and I perhaps wish to address the Chair and apologize for my delay in order to proceed with the session. Madam Chair and the honorable members and staff, at 10:06 this morning, I was sitting in a hearing of my party, the DA, which is a disciplinary hearing there, and I received...
Sorry, Speaker, I think we have limited time. I do have,
yes.
Yeah, before you continue. So the only agenda that I do have that we have to deal with the matter at hand. So I think the ideal thing, if it has to do with the party, I always, and even the members, they know, when coming to the issue of the parties in the standing committee, I always say that we can't deal with that. So if there's any other thing because of the limited time that got to be allocated from the programming authority, I'm afraid that means that we'll have to continue more than the 45 minutes that is allowed. So I'm going to get guidance from the secretary and you, how are we going to go about, because any other minute...
Madam Chair, you didn't hear me.
Yeah, let me...
You read my mind, and it's not allowed to read one's mind.
Okay, let me finish up and then so that you can respond to that. So I'm going to ask that whatever that we will have to talk to that is not here, that we don't debate it, you say your say, and then we finish and continue with the agenda.
No,
I
Chair.
will appreciate if
Madam
we can
Chair.
do that.
Madam Chairperson, respectfully, this is not a debate. Yeah, it was never intended to be. If there was an intention or even an ounce of suspicion that it could be one, it is not. But it is for this meeting because it becomes tricky. Yes, that's why I wanted to come in immediately so that we don't take decisions that could be challenged elsewhere. Chairperson, I was, as I indicated in my beginning, sitting in the DA political party meeting where it was a hearing there, not here. But once I was sitting there, I received the document which is before me, this document, Chairperson, which then reads that there's a cessation of a Democratic Alliance membership. Now, I have been advised, Madam Chairperson, that the decision to terminate my membership with immediate effect is unlawful and void ab initio for a reason which will be outlined in urgent papers before the court. I therefore do not acknowledge the validity of the decision itself in order to limit, Madam Chair, any prejudice for this Parliament. I request this meeting be postponed to the earliest date that which we can agree on, in order that the validity of this decision and any decisions of this meeting do not get questioned. And obviously, there are matters that must be ventilated in court and which will then assist for us to be able to proceed. I have the accounting officer next to me. The reason why we delayed to come here, I walked 2 minutes ago to the secretary's office to deliver the message in order for the accounting officer to understand the invidious situation that I find myself itself. It is not my intention, Madam Chairperson and the honorable members, to delay the proceedings. However, it will be in the best interest for us to look at the earliest date for which we will be able to deal with the matter. Unfortunately, in terms of FAMPLA, there is no other person that must table the budget as we sit here, except for the executive authority, who is Masizole Mngasela, as we speak. So I will stop there, and again, I apologize, Madam Chairperson. As I indicated from the outset, I had to state this so that we do not proceed beyond this point without having dealt with the matter. Thank you, Madam Chairperson, and the honorable members. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Secretary?
Chairperson, I was going to beg the indulgence of the committee maybe for a suspension of the meeting for 10 minutes. I had also received the correspondence. I've not yet had time to consult and engage because FAMPLA has certain provisions related to the budget, etc., etc. So I'm just begging. I understand the committee's the time constraints, etc., etc. But I'm just begging the indulgence, Chairperson.
Thank you very much. Members, through your indulgence, I would want to hear from you. Is it okay, that in order for the 10 minutes?
Chair, I've got no problem with a 10-minute delay.
Okay. Thank you very much. With that being said, also, I would love if we can have a few minutes with our legal advisors, the parliamentary legal advisors. We'll appreciate that. Thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned. It's now 15:15. Can we say 25 past? The meeting is, it's suspended for 10 minutes, so we'll be back 25 past. It's almost past and we agreed on 25 past. And the unfortunate part is we haven't had a chance to meet with the legal advisor, the institution's legal advisor, or the WCPP legal advisor. We're still waiting to meet with them. So I'm going to make a suggestion because I don't know Secretary is going to be with them until what time. Now I'm going to take it as past and just postpone for an hour until we can have time to meet with the legal advisor, and then we will reconvene that time to try to see what will be the way forward. So an hour, it's 1:30. Now it's 11:30, 12:30. It will be an hour. So we will reconvene that time if it's okay with the members.
Chairperson, I just want to check, are we confident that that meeting will be 45 minutes? Because I'm chairing the community safety vote at 2 o'clock.
So that means if that is the case, because there are other votes that have to go through, the last, can we check on the, what is 1:30? The last one is 5:30. So we'll reconvene.
Virtually or in person?
In person. You are in which committees, Member Lecker? Do you still have any other committees?
I have to check if this time is open.
Okay, I'm going to make it this way easier. I'll ask our procedural officer to communicate with the members of the standing committee, and also will communicate to secretary to say what time, because there are other votes and we still have to sit with the legal advisor. So we'll postpone for an hour, and of which, if it's an hour, there are other committees, the votes that have to sit. So we need to check the members are free from what time to what time for us to be able to reconvene to continue with the order of the vote too. If that is in order, the members, they do agree, and the meeting is suspended until we receive the time of what time is that. We have to look quickly on the program of today when will be the time. That being said, thank you very much. We will reconvene at the time that will be communicated to all. Thank you, members.